On Mount Olympus, the home of the gods, Zeus and Hera were having a very heated conversation about one of their forest sprites, or fairies.
Those are beings that aren't nearly as powerful as gods, but have more powers than the average human.
I just can't stand anymore. Something got to be done.
Well, have you tried to talk to her about it?
Talk to her? That's the whole problem. I can't even take it word-wise when she's around. She doesn't give me a chance to talk to myself.
Will allow me to help.
It won't work. I have tried everything. I'm afraid that I'm going to lose my temp, and you know what that means.
Now! I know what you're thinking. Don't even think using one of my thunderbolts. We got to settle these people. You got to negotiate with her.
They were talking about Iko, one of those sprites that was supposed to serve her. Indeed, Iko was a good servant, but she had one problem. She couldn't stop talking.
Listen, did you hear who was returning to a tree? Well, the water spirits told me all about it. Do you know Babylon Brooks? Well, she knows everything, almost as much as Zeus himself. I hope Zeus doesn't mind me saying that. I mean, he does know everything. Where was I? Oh yes, being turned into a tree, and not an ordinary tree.
She talked to Hera about everything, the other sprites, the gods, the silly things that mortals did or didn't do. Hera tried to be polite at first, then her neck started getting tired from nodding so much. She found herself wasting valuable time when she could have been doing godlike things, just listening to Iko.
You know what I mean? Yesterday, I was there.
Excuse me.
It was amazing. It
Excuse
was
me,
so pretty.
Excuse me!
Oh, Queen, do you want to say something?
Well, it's about you talking. You know, I hate to say this, but you do go on sometimes.
Do I? I guess I do. You know, my mother would say the same thing to me. Echo, my daughter, you do go on, she said, but she could talk herself. Let me tell you, once, when I was just a tiny spirit,
This is hopeless. Where's my husband? Where's Zeus? There's an emergency about to happen and I can find him. He better not be lazy around. Has anybody seen him?
I seen him.
I was afraid of that.
Iko had seen her boss, in fact, flirting with some of her fellow sprites. She knew she couldn't let his wife know that, so she kept chattering away with Hera to give time for Zeus to break away.
He was just here a minute ago. Everybody has to take a break and relax now and then, even if Zeus is supposed to be on duty all the time.
Just tell me where.
You know, I had a cousin who was so serious all the time that made herself sick. Let me tell you.
Enough! I can take it. Silence!
Oh, sorry, Queen. I didn't know.
I have got to put a stop to your babbling. From now on, your tiny stone will rest. For all of us, even you, this will be the best. For words never have. But now, you only have the power to speak back.
Speak back.
That's my royal degree. Do you understand?
Understand.
For the rest of time, Iko only had the power to repeat the last words that others said, and that she was bound to do.
As you can imagine, Iko felt terrible. All of her feelings were bottled up inside her.
Now, isn't it wonderful? So peaceful and quiet.
Quiet.
When she wasn't serving Hera, Iko began to wander alone in the woods.
One day, she saw a handsome young man taking a hike. Iko's mood lifted immediately.
This young man happens to be Narcissus. He was out looking for someone who was good enough to deserve his love.
When he was a child, his mother had asked a fortune teller if her boy would have a long life. Perhaps, the prophet said, if he never known himself.
It's a shame that the world is just so full of, how can I put it kindly, average people. It's just impossible to find anyone who can near my exciting standards.
Narcissus had been told by so many people that he was good looking, that he was interested mainly in one person, himself.
But when Iko saw him, she fell hopelessly in love. She followed closely behind him as he wandered in the woods, but she was careful not to reveal herself.
And of course, she wanted to say something to the young man, but she had to wait for him to speak first. When Narcissus thought he saw someone moving in a tree's shadow, he called out and Iko got her chance.
Is there someone here?
Here.
Well, show yourself.
Show yourself.
Please, come out of hiding. I want to meet you.
Meet you.
I'm going to leave unless you come out right now.
Right now.
As she said those words, she got up her courage and came out of behind the tree where she was hiding. She ran up to Narcissus and tried to hug him.
No, stop! I'm not interested in dating a forest sprite. As a matter of fact, I really died to be in love with you.
In love with you.
Oh, please just leave me alone.
Alone.
With that, Narcissus ran away, leaving Iko all alone. She was so upset that she went into a cave to collect her thoughts and have a cry. That's why they say now you can hear Iko's voice in caves all around the world.
Although Iko had a broken heart, she never lost her love for the handsome Narcissus.
But a goddess observing the scene didn't feel so kindly toward Narcissus. This was Nemesis, the goddess of payback forms of justice.
She's the one who's famous for settling scores.
It's about time that Narcissus had a taste of his own medicine. I will make him fall in love with somebody who will always be out of his reach.
So it happened that Narcissus continued his search for someone worthy to be his mate, but he found it to be a very hard search.
It's tiring being perfect and looking for the perfect companion. I got to rest and continue drinking water.
Now this fellow will get what he deserves.
As Narcissus bent over, he saw his own reflection in the pool.
Hello! Who are you?
The image just looked back at him without replying.
Why of all the people I met in my wanderings, you have like the most special. Why won't you tell me your name?
The reflection just looked back in watery silence.
I feel terrible. Something's coming over me that I've never known before. I feel rejected.
With that, Narcissus started to feel very, very sorry for himself. A few tears rolled down his cheeks, dropped into the pond, and landed on his own reflection. The ripples caused the image to break up and vanish.
No, please! Don't go away! Stay! I beg you!
In a moment, the image returned.
Oh, thank you. I know you care about me. You have no idea how many horrible people I had to talk to before I met you.
Some of the sprites felt badly for Iko, so they went to her cave to cheer her up.
Iko, what's troubling you? What's troubling you? Don't cry for this unrequited love. Destiny will bring into the path of life a true love. Don't give up. Cheer up. Cheer up. I know what could be useful to stop crying your heart out. I have seen the funniest thing on this world not far from here. There was some boy staring at his own reflection in the water as if he in love with it. He looked so silly. That would change your mood. Come with me.
When Iko realized it was Narcissus, she felt pity for him and decided to watch over him. Her voice repeated his words.
I promise I will never leave you.
Never leave you.
Narcissus was so absorbed in his own conversation that he didn't hear Iko at all.
I will never move from this spot.
From this spot.
And that's just how Narcissus spent the rest of his short life, sitting by the pond, in love with his own reflection.
In the spot where the young man spent his last day, it grew a beautiful flower in the springtime. It's a flower that now bears his name, the Narcissus. Iko? Listen hard, and you may be able to hear her talking if someone speaks loudly enough.
Enough.